Sharpening science, plant growth. You already know that to have a successful garden, all of the plant's basic needs must be met. But there are some key factors to know that can impact your plant's ability to grow and thrive. This is especially true when growing a vegetable garden. Plants need a place to grow, light, air, nutrients, water when they are thirsty, and good soil or some other media for the plant roots to grow through. There are two factors or helpful tips that can ensure thriving plant growth in a successful vegetable garden. Tip number 1, consistency. One of the biggest problems that people have with growing plants is over or under watering them. Plants need nutrients and water, but they also need to have them applied consistently so that the plant is never too dry or too wet. It is those swings from wet to dry that cause problems. As an example, root hairs are microscopic hair-like cells that form near the root tips of plants. The root hairs absorb most of the plant's needed water. Roots' hairs are always dying back and new ones reforming. But in dry soil, those root hairs don't reform. It's a good idea to water consistently to keep the soil slightly moist in order to maximize plant growth. Remember that a plant's roots also need air. Plant roots need oxygen to be healthy and help them absorb water and nutrients. Too much water in the soil prevents roots from getting needed oxygen. The best way to ensure that plants consistently have the needed water is to create a water schedule. Consistency is also very important when fertilizing. Just as with water, over-fertilizing or under-fertilizing is a common problem. Remember that the main nutrients that plants need, the macronutrients, are nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. Many of these nutrients are naturally found in soil, but over time are used up or washed from the garden soil. Vegetable areas typically need nutrients added to soil in the form of organic matter or fertilizer. Just like with watering, creating a plan to schedule when a garden will be fertilized will ensure that the plants get the needed nutrients consistently. You can apply organic sources such as compost that you can make yourself, or organic fertilizers can be purchased from many local reputable sources. Conventional fertilizers are another option for feeding your plants. These can be either a water-soluble type that is mixed with water or a dry, slow-release fertilizer that can be incorporated into your garden bed. When using any type of fertilizer, it is important to follow label instructions carefully. Tip number 2, know the calendar. Different vegetable plants grow best during specific times of the year at different times of the year. For successful plant growth, you have to plant them at the right time. When growing a vegetable garden, there are cool season plants and warm season plants. Even if all other conditions are perfect, if a cool season crop like carrots is planted during a very warm summer, they will not grow well. Different vegetable plants must have a certain range of temperatures to grow and mature. Temperatures that are too cool or too warm can interrupt these plants' life cycles before they can produce vegetables. So, how do you know when it's the right time to plant vegetable seeds or transplants? On the back of seed packets or transplant tags, there will usually be information on when to safely plant that crop. You could also ask the manager of a garden center.